performing ablution and doing nawafil after that. Have you come across that at least? That says that after performing ablution, one of the Sahaba used to, when he performs ablution, he makes two nawafil. Have you heard of that, Ali?
You said it before.
So, and who is that? Who is that Sahaba? Okay. Ali. When you perform ablution, make two nawafil. It's one of the best if you can. Okay, let's put that aside. Today, we observe Salat and we got it wrong from, just like we explained yesterday and before, our Salat sometimes is demolished, destroyed from the toilet. Remember the case of those two Sahaba who were in their house or in the grave. Where were they? In the grave. Prophet Rasulullah passed by them. And what did he say? He said both of them were being punished. Were they being punished because they stole or because they lied? Because
they didn't clean themselves.
Because they did not clean themselves very well. In Nahuma, you are the ban. La you have the ban in Kabir. It's not because they committed great sins. That is why. Wahada la yatanaza min baulin. He said this one, whenever he goes to the toilet, he will never clean himself very well. That's why he's being punished. So sometimes our salat is destroyed from where? From the toilet. You go to the toilet, no salat. La salata liman la tahur la. If you don't have liman la wudu la. If you don't have ablution, you don't have salat. Wala Islam liman la salat la. If you don't have salat, you don't have Islam. So how do you want to? If you don't know how to do all these things, that's why we're learning them bit by bit. And these are things we know. We just want to bring our minds to them. When you are going to the toilet, you must have it at the back of your mind. Why? What do I want to do? Not just rushing in and then rushing out. That will not work. We are going to commit a lot of errors. You must get yourself prepared. And that's why we did a practical of it yesterday with Abdurrahim wanting to go to the toilet, and he demonstrated to us how he's going to comport himself when he's inside the toilet. We are done with that. We also yesterday talked about 5 essential things in our ablution. 5 essentials. I can see hands up. 5 essential. Oh, Abraham also has his hand up. 5 essential. Left hand? No. Okay, Abdurrahim.
So the first one is
the 5 essentials. The hand is not the first one, but it's part of it. Not the first one. Okay, the second one. Okay, what about the third one?
The third one?
Second one.
So the second one is your head.
Oh, it's part of it, but
no, like your face.
Your face, second one, yes. What happened to your face? What about your face?
You
have to wash it. And what is the description of washing the face? Describe with something. If you wash the face, it must be this to this. No.
From here?
No, we didn't. That's practical. We gave it words. Eh? We said length. We showed the length and the breadth. Good. That's the length. Yeah, so that's the face. Okay, Hamza, give us the 5 essentials.
Number 1.
The niyyah that you want to perform ablution is very essential. Otherwise, you're washing your body for ablution is like washing your body after playing football. It's just like washing your body when you go to the toilet and you, oh, look at my face, let me wash it off. You won't get any reward for that. Just like your salat. Difference between your salat and exercise is the niyyah. You make the niyyah. So if somebody stands beside you without the niyyah, without ablution, and is doing like this, that's just exercise. No reward for that. But for you, you get the reward because of your niyyah. Number two,
Number two is washing your face from
washing the face, length to length, breadth to breadth. And then
Number three is washing your hand beyond the elbow.
you wash your hand beyond the elbow. People say to the elbow, we say beyond the elbow. If it goes beyond, get more reward for that. Number four,
Number four is washing your head.
washing the head. You see that number four.
Wiping.
Wiping the head. Yeah.
Number five is washing your feet from to the ankles, beyond that.
Beyond the ankle. You go above the ankle when you wash your feet. Those are the five essentials. And what do we say about the essentials? What are the implications? Supposing you forget or you did not do it correctly, Abduladim, yeah, you have to do it again. Supposing you are performing a salah, then you remember that you not wash any of those five essentials. What will happen to your salah? Your salah will stop immediately, and you walk out of the road. You go and perform that, and you come back to continue the salah. So that is the way it goes. Exactly, and that's why they are very essential. So today, I'll finish performing ablution, and the next thing for me to do is to observe salah. I finish perform ablution. The next thing for me to do is to observe salah. So what should I do? How do I observe the salah? Who can tell me where the salah starts from? Salah also stands from near. See, just like ablution, salah starts from near. And yesterday we said the reason why action in Islam starts from near. What do we explain? The reason why all action in Islam starts with near. What did we say? Innamal a'malu binniyah. You only said Arabic, so don't be discouraged. I didn't translate it. Maybe what you said is not what I have in mind, what you have in mind. Or you know the Arabic? Okay, what does that mean?
Wait, no, I know.
Okay, just say what you want to say. That's what I mean. Don't be discouraged.
Wait, what was the question?
Oh. You forgot the question. The question is what is the first thing, the most essential thing in Salah? The first thing you have to do in Salah.
Yeah, because like without Nia, if you don't have Nia, then you wouldn't have done it before.
Namal Amal Biniya is one. I quoted another hadith yesterday. What is to show the implication of Nia in our action? You remember that? Very short.
Yeah, intention before action.
Eh?
Intention before action.
Yes, Aniyatu Qabla al-Amal. We said Aniyatu Qabla al-Amal. You see, your intention, and I said Aniyatu Qabla al-Amal simply means that everything we do, we might have intended it. There is no way. You cannot. If you want to eat, you have intended to eat before you start eating. For example, iftar is coming now and I'm thinking of what to use for my iftar. Oh, unfortunately, I didn't bring my food to the masjid. What will I do? Then I call home, said, please, could you help me prepare my food? And I'm coming home to pick it up. Maybe some few minutes before iftar, or so no, don't worry, I'll bring it for you. I've intended, I've planned for what I want to eat. So if the food now arrives, I start eating it. That's no problem. But I said the difference between the Islamic niyyah and normal niyyah is that the Islamic niyyah is guided by Allah and His Prophet. The Prophet ﷺ guided us towards it. If we put our niyyah basically on the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, we'll be rewarded, even if the action is not ibadah. Exactly. I want to eat. Ibadah, eating is not, it's harder. It's just normal thing. You eat. But I can eat and get reward. How will I do that? I want to sleep. Sleep is normal. It's normal. But I can sleep and get what? And get reward. How will I do that? With my niyyah. I can change the niyyah. Some people sleep because they want to go to work tomorrow. Let me sleep because I want to go to work. They won't get work. But if I say, let me sleep so that I will be strong to be able to do my ibadah, to wake up to do my tahajjud, even if I do tahajjud for 2 minutes, if I sleep for 10 hours, that 10 hours sleep, I'm going to be rewarded as if I'm doing ibadah. Because once I have that intention, I will do some things the Prophet ﷺ asked me to do, perform ablution before I sleep on my right side, do the dua. For 10 hours, I'm sleeping. The angel are busy writing my reward. And I'm sleeping. They'll be writing the word for me. So that is the work Niyyah does in Islam. So, but either you know the Islamic Niyyah or not, your action is preceded with Niyyah. Every action. If I hit him on the head, my hitting is the action. Why did I hit him? Is the Niyyah inside me. I intended to hit him and I hit him. Then action and Niyyah goes the same way. Okay, we finished with Niyyah. So how do we do the Niyyah? Do we say Allahumma inni nawaitu and all that? We don't. We don't verbalize it. Because in Islam, to verbalize Niyyah is bid'ah, except for Umrah and Hajj. So in our art of Ibadah, we don't verbalize the Niyyah. We just have the intention, the mind, that this is what I want to do to seek the pleasure of Allah. Now that I have the Niyyah, I want to pray. I come into the masjid and I want to pray. After the Niyyah, what's the next thing? So the next thing is for me to open the salat with the required takbir, and that one is very, very compulsory. It's compulsory. That is where the first mistake normally happens. And we are going to demonstrate it, how people commit mistake in their takbiratul ihram. They have the niyyah, they want to observe salat, that is written, but approaching the salat from takbiratul ihram angle, that is saying Allahu Akbar, the first one you will say, is a big issue. How? Supposing it is Salatul Jama'ah and the Imam is leading. I want 3 people, 1 Imam, 2 behind, 3 people volunteer, 3 people, 2 here, 1 here. You can move to that side. Okay, I mean, 1 person join. It's Akhi. Your name? Abdurrahman. So now we have Abdurrahman and Zubair, and Ali Amin is the. I want 4. 1 more person to join. Okay. Now, do you know where the first mistake starts from? The Imam is already started, just pretend you are praying. So let's say Abrahman join them. You can move back, Abrahman, sorry. So Abrahman wants to join the Salat. They are already praying. You see them, they are praying.
Oh.
The first mistake, you know the mistake?
Yeah, I know the mistake.
I think.
You know the mistake?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the mistake normally?
Isn't it that he just starts like this but doesn't do takbir?
His feet.
Demonstrate it. Just go and demonstrate it.
Daddy, it's the feet.
No, wait. Okay, he joins. Now we want to talk about the mistake. So Moshood, you stay. Moshood join and show us the mistake people do. You see that?
Oh. I know another mistake that they sometimes make. I mean, so people are coming into prayer and someone's on ruku and they don't want to miss it. He's about to stand up, so they don't.
Okay, please. Can you be on ruku? Just be on ruku for like 1-2 minutes. Well, no, you can be. I want you to show the mistake.
So I'm coming in.
Okay.
And then they go.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't go Allah.
Yeah, they're supposed to go Allahu Akbar and then Allahu Akbar.
Okay, let's stand up.
And the second mistake is the feet.
Okay, Abdul Azim, what mistake?
So like so they walk in and they just do this. They don't say like a long.
Yeah. Okay, Abdul Azim.
And then they just come in. They come in. They just do this. They don't say like a long.
So watch very well. What people do, like that, I'm telling you, what people do, because the Imam is on the ruku, and they are so astonished, they are so in a haste to join you. You have to look at me. Give me some space. They are so prepared to join the Salat. So the next, look at me. Just forget about the video. Hey. Sorry, you are tired. Sorry. So they just because Allah Akbar. You see that? That is wrong. How will you just say Takbiratul Ihram like that? They just going to do Allah Akbar.
No.
So the first thing they're supposed to do is to join the roll and say Allahu Akbar. Then go Allahu Akbar for the ruku. So there are two separate takbirat. Two separate takbirat. The takbiratul ihram, see, is to join the salah. You have to join the salat before you join the ruku. You must join the salah before you join the ruku. But using the same takbirat, takbir, to join the two is wrong. So that's the first mistake we must take note of. And because it is compulsory, essential. Two, the niyyah is compulsory. The takbiratul ihram is also compulsory. We have to study how to do the two accurately. Raising up your hand for takbiratul ihram is not compulsory. So that does not mean, for example, if I say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, my salat is still valid because I joined with the pronouncement. But we raise up our hand when we say takbiratul ihram. So we have two essentials on salat. How many essentials on salat?
Two.
Ramadan, you are not with us. Somebody is just coming from my 12 and you want to stretch your hand from that place. That means you are playing. We have two essentials for salat. How many essentials?
Two.
Namely?
Takbir.
No.
Niyat
one. Takbiratul ihram. So that's the second one. So we go to the third one. It's also essential. People make mistake with that. They make a lot of mistakes, particularly if they are observing the salat with the imam. And sometimes even on our own. And what is the third essential? Is the Surah Al-Fatiha. The Surah Al-Fatiha, people read Surah Al-Fatiha. If the salat is Maktuba, compulsory salat, you are supposed to stand up, except if you have different case to read Surah Al-Fatiha. You have to stand right to read Surah Al-Fatiha. So the first mistake people do is the way they read their Surah Al-Fatiha. They just read whatever they like. And that is why every one of us, we have to check with our teachers how to read Surah Al-Fatiha very well. You have to say, please, let me listen to my Surah Al-Fatiha. Am I reading it very well? Sometimes because we're in a hurry, many of you knows how to read Surah Al-Fatiha. But because you're in a hurry, I've listened to you sometimes. Maybe you met Salat only 2 out of 3 Maghrib, or you met only 1, or you are observing your own Salat. You're told, observe your Salat over there. So, Allah Akbar, that is not appropriate. No matter how twisted your tongue is, you're supposed to start teaching yourself Surah Al-Fatiha by picking it one after the other. Don't mingle it together. When you are expert, you can say, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahmanir Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. You can combine. But at the beginning, pick each verse accordingly so that you will know when you say, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. The first question is, where are you running to? When you are in a hurry, where are you running to? Know where you're running to?
No, because
So
in my school, the imam prays really fast. So, and we always tell him to like put it down. But he says because of the timings of like lunch break, we have to do it fast. And
there
then
is trick for that.
yeah,
If the time you have is very short, that should not affect your Surah Al-Fatiha. It can affect your Surah. You can pick just only one verse in your Surah. That's okay. You're okay. I can say, after reading my Surah Al-Fatiha, I say, وَيُرِي الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ آمين يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. الله أكبر. You see that? So instead of me affecting my Surah Al-Fatiha, my surah is when I'm going to shorten. I won't read so many verses. Just a verse is okay. And I'm okay, depending on the time. I can read short surah too. I can say, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna shaniyaka huwa al-abtar. And I'm okay. You can see that. And I'm okay. Would you just say that to him?
Yeah.
Instead of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
He also says that nobody has to read Fatiha. It's only supposed to be the imam.
That's another issue. We are talking of We are talking of reading Surah Al-Fatiha as somebody observing Salat, and the manner and the way you're supposed to read Surah Al-Fatiha. It's supposed to be in a way that you don't make mistake. You don't make, if you mix it together, no problem. But you must have mastered each verse before you do that. So the third essential is our Surah Al-Fatiha. Volunteer for Surah Al-Fatiha. Volunteer to read Surah Al-Fatiha.
I think you should
I can see it. Right, not left. Right and not left. Yeah.
Can you come here?
You want that?
Just for the recording.
I just want to be on YouTube.
Okay. Oh gosh, go on.
الله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Ameen. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
That's a nice one. Another volunteer.
Rahim, that's your job to carry that on.
Another volunteer. Don't be afraid. Just raise up your hand. Or should I call name? If you are looking at me, I will call you. Did I ask you to give it to him? If you are looking at me, I will call you. If you are not looking at me, I will call
Stand
you.
here.
So that's the style. So people, they will not look at you and say, I'm not looking at you. If you are looking elsewhere, I will call you. If you are not looking at me, I will call you. If you are looking at me, I will call you. So you decide. Whatever. The hand. Bismillah. We are give everything the hand. The hand is not looking at me, so I call it.
Okay. Lesson.
Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
What are the area people normally commit mistake in Surah Al-Fatiha? Who knows those areas? People normally commit mistake in Surah Al-Fatiha as well. The letter, that is in terms of the huruf. Yes, so we divide into two. In terms of the huruf and in terms of the recitation. Recitation different, the huruf is different. For the huruf, the letter ha. Most of us from Africa, we have problem. We don't have letter ha in our language, so we have to learn how to pronounce it. We don't have letter ha, we don't have letter kho, we don't have letter kho. We don't have kho. And then maybe some of the letters. So but most people say sirata. Sirata al-mustaqim. That's good, Abdullah. And it's supposed to be one of the areas there. There is an area there that you mentioned now. How the left hand, right hand. No, that area is red now.
People are like pronounce it as seen instead of sod.
Okay, that's one. But there's another area there. Anas. No, where you read? No.
Is it the ha and the ha?
No. No.
And some people say,
all those ones are part of it, but there's an area there as well. Because no, they do it, but that is not the
Fast and slow.
the shirt that no. That's it's part of it, the big mistake, but there's an area everybody, if you are not very careful. No, that's the beginning of that an amta. That amza in an amta with the no. You normally commit it to them, say Sirotol Ledina Amta. Do you ever read that? You know,
Never heard that.
people make them they say Sirotol Ledina Amta Alayhi, Nani Amta Alayhi. They just take away the amta from public. Thank you. So when you are reading, you have to be very attentive to your recitation yourself. Siratal ladina an'amta, not siratal ladina an'amta. No. Then another very glaring one is mustaqim. People say mustaqim. We hear people saying that. They say mustaqim, mustaqim, instead of mustaqim. So our Surah Al-Fatiha is the third essential part of our Salat. And the best is just like those who have read now. Listen and read to your teacher. Let them make corrections. We have different ways of making or committing mistakes, either because of our tribe or our ethnicity, or because of our own voice that is not in compliance with reading. But if you do it with your teacher will take you along and make sure Surah Al-Fatiha. La salata liman lam yaqra al-kitab. If you don't read Surah Al-Fatiha, you don't have salat. What about if you read it but you don't read it well? You don't have salat. That means the whole effort you made by committing mistake in Surah Al-Fatiha, your salat is null and void. Why wouldn't we learn how to read Surah Al-Fatiha properly? It's worth it that you say, please listen to my Surah Al-Fatiha. Please listen to me. Friends can do it together. I will read, you correct me, I correct you. And you can do it with teachers. The fourth essential of Salat, after Surah Al-Fatiha, what's the next essential part of Salat? Remember we say you read Surah Al-Fatiha while standing, except if you have case. You have to stand to this Surah Al-Fatiha. What's the next essential? We talk about the bear, which is Tekbirat al-Ihram one. That is the compulsory. We talk about Niyyah, taking two, Niyyah first, Tekbirat al-Ihram second, then Surah Al-Fatiha third. I mean,
is it your foot? Where your foot is? Like the way you put your foot?
No. It's Ruku. Ruku is number 4. Number 4 of the Salat. Number 4. Number 4 of the Salat, the essential is to go on Ruku. Well done, Ali Amin. No, I saw you. You know, like he did something else. But I caught him. So it's Ruku. The fourth essential is Ruku. We have a lot of problem with Ruku. Before those 4 essential, before Niyyah, before Takbirat al-Ihram, before Surah Al-Fatiha, before Ruku, we join the Salat with what? With Takbirat al-Ihram. Is that not it?
Yeah.
Whatever I do before Takbirat al-Ihram is not counted as part of the Salat, even if I'm preparing myself for the Salat. But there is one thing, listen, there is one thing that is not part of the Salat. I have to do it before I start the Salat, and it is compulsory. And then Anikoma is not compulsory, but I have to do it. No, that is after we finish performing, we do. Facing the Qibla, that's one. That means 2 things. So facing the Qibla, there's another thing again. We are praying the Jamon. The one he said is either you are praying Jamon or you are praying alone. It's compulsory. If I want to pray now, I cannot do like this. Allah Akbar, and I back here. Left hand, right hand. Sorry? I'm sorry. That is part of the Salat. Once you take breath to the ram, you are inside.
Sunnah?
Sorry?
Sunnah.
No. It is the row. The row. You are praying in Jama. It is the row. You make the row. Prophet Sallallahu said, Istaqimu wa'tadilu. This is very important. Nowadays, we are having a very big problem with the rows. And sometimes we think Tamam is Salat. Near to perfectness is part of the Salat. You see that your Salat is not complete if your role is not okay. So I need 3 people. We'll face this side now. 3 people. Yeah. Yeah. No, you have to change them. Come to my side. 3 people making the road. We said this time, face the audience. We said this time without number when we are doing practical Salat. What people do, I don't know if you observe that in the masajid, is that they don't touch their feet. No. Have you observed that? Have you prayed beside somebody who would do like this?
Yes. All the time.
In most cases, that is not good. Do you know why? Whatever evidence that person says he or she has, if you create space in between yourself and your brother, you have created space in your heart. You know the meaning? That means your heart is not binded together. How will you feel if somebody beside you did like this? How will you feel when you are praying? You feel as if, what have I done wrong? Why is he running away from me? You feel touched and hurt. So the same way. So there are space in between us that we have to block so that shaitan will not come in between. Even if that person is not as tall as you are, if you follow the real way of constructing the sufuf, it will be perfect. We always say toes to toes. No, it is heel to heel. Because toes to toes, if I am taller than you, there will be discrepancy. I'm taller than him. If I do toes to toes with him, this is what I will have. You see that? It's not perfect. But if I do heel to heel, this is what we have. Can you see? It will be the same side. The shoulder will be on the same. It is the heel that corrects the shoulder, not the toes. If it is toes, this is what we are going to have. Look at me. Look at him. Because I'm taller than him. I use the toes. Oh, sorry. I use the toes. But if I use the heel is always the same. The shoulder will be on the same platform. But because today in the masajid, we are not talking about salawat. If we perfect, what we just need to do is to follow that hadith and practicalize it. Istaqimu wa atadilu. Stand straight and perfect your line. Wa atadilu. How do we do it with this? Then we practicalize everything and see which one is the best. Heel to heel is the best. Yesterday when we were observing Tarawih, I was in that room. I corrected these brothers almost 5 times. All of them. I had to wait before I joined the Salah to correct their sufuf because they are not doing it the right way. They are not doing it the right way. So that's what happened. That also understood? Ali.
There's 2 also things that also happen when you're praying in Salah. Yeah? First is, I don't know if this is just normal or something, but when people are standing straight, yeah, the feet is always spread outwards. The feet like it's not straight.
I don't get that.
Like when you're standing, yeah, you're supposed to be standing like this, where your feet are like this.
Yes. So I need another 3 people.
Is that worse?
3 people.
Sit down.
Come, join Ramadan. Go and sit down there. Before we come. Another big error is east and west. I always call it what? East and west.
What's that east now? What's that east?
What people do is to their toes face the east and the other one face the west. So can we do east and west here? Let's see the way it works before. If you stand like this, this is what we are going to have. See people, see that? See that? The picture that is showing people observing Salah always show this east and west. To show like this. Their toes or their feet. So facing the Qibla is not just with our body alone, even with our toes. Your toes cannot face this one and this face here, and you are facing the Qibla. This is not okay. Particularly if you are praying the Salat in Jama. Are you with me? Hanos, I don't think you are with me.
No,
The dad is calling you, your dad is calling you, the dad is calling everybody.
no.
Yeah, call it. Call it. Okay.
One other thing. See, people in Salah, they stand with their legs either. Some stand like this, or some stand like this. Even
That's-
supposed to be your shoulder is the same.
So that's what we've taken one. The first one we took, please let's take it again. We said heel to heel. Let's do heel to heel. Heel to heel. We've taken heel to heel, which is the first one. The second one, we corrected east and west. That is not good. You do like this. The third one is the space in between your two feet should be the size of your shoulder. You can see this is it goes down from the shoulder down. If it is beyond like this, it's not okay. Look at the shoulder, look at the leg. And so people do this. Because if you do this, somebody that comes beside you will still need space. But if you allow the space here to be the size of your shoulder, now, the size of your shoulder, it will be easier for my shoulder to touch your shoulder and my heel to touch your heel. Is that correct? Are you following? So the third one is to close the gap. If you close the gap in between two, it's not okay. Why is it not okay? Because your shoulder, you see the length of your shoulder is down there, it's here. This one is here. So if I close this, the meaning of this is I'm alone. It means anybody that comes beside me will touch my shoulder but not my feet. Close your feet. Close it. Close. So you see, this will prevent, except if I want to, what they call it, if I want to go to the extreme. And yesterday, when they were praying there, one of the guys had to do like this. Otherwise, he won't be able to touch because this side, the guy beside him here was not even conscious of the roads. So he did like this and he was praying. This one will turn to something else. So those four things are very essential. Heel to heel, very important. Making your toes to face the Qibla, very important. Making the size in between the space of your feet to be the size of your shoulder, that's the third one. And not closing the two close it together now. Not doing it this way is the fourth essential in the sufuf. So facing the Qibla, making the sufuf correctly, those are two essentials even before we start the salat. And they are very important. And you have to take note of them as you stand up and you go down. You stand up, you go down. You stand up, you go down for all the salawats. That is the best thing to do. We pray that we are going to stop on the sufuf. The ruku, we stop at 4 essentials. Come again. Yeah, that when we get to sujood, we'll talk about that. We talk about 4 essentials of the salat. I don't want us to forget those essentials. Very important. I want your attention, everybody. We talk about 4 essentials. The niyat, number 1. Qiraat Suratul Fatiha, number 2. While standing. Number 3. Sorry, the niyat, number 1. Takbiratul Ihram, number 2. Suratul Fatiha, number 3. Then ruku, number 4. So that ruku, we are going to explain it again, like we explained the sufuf today. Then we also explain that 2 things are very essential before Takbiratul Ihram. Number 1, facing the Qibla. Number 2, making the rows. We explain how to make the rows. In talking about the rows, we said it is heel to heel that gives us perfect roll. Give us perfect roll. Allah says, إن الله يحب الذين يقاتلون في سبيله صفا كأنهم بنيان مرصوص. If you want to make that, it is heel to heel that will give it to you. Let's talk about not making east and west, facing this side with this side, and your leg, this one face this one, this one face this. Make the two, your toes to face the Qibla, just like your body. The space in between the two should be the size of our shoulder, not beyond. You must not also close it. Don't close the two feet. You open it and you make this side the size or the length in between the two, or the width. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the understanding. I'm going to ask about those 4 essentials. I repeat it again. The first is Niyyah. The second is Takbirah to the Ihram. The third is Surah to the Fatiha. And the last one is Ruku. And we are going to start from Ruku tomorrow to do the practical Ruku, show you how the Ruku is supposed to be, and then we move to the end. Any other question in addition to the question you've asked before? Any other question? Can you mention the 4 essential now?
Yes.
The 4 essential. I want to see hands. Hamza.
Number 1 is number 2 is
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Abdulazim.
The first one is Nia. The second one is
Muhammad.
The first one is Nia, the second one is Takbiratul Fatiha, and the fourth one is Ruku.
Allah Akbar. So everybody knows it now. Those 4 essentials we learned today. We'll continue from there tomorrow. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.
We should have listened too much over here.